Hey, what's going on, everybody? So today I have a second place deck profile of Joe's Green White Constellation with a side of black, which I'll get into the side of black part in a bit. I want to go ahead and say I'm sorry, I do not have my tripod stand with me, so I'm going to be doing this with my hand, so I apologize in advance for the shaky cam. But we'll get through it. It'll be an enjoyable experience, and the deck list will be in the description as usual, so if I can't show the cards right on the screen or whatever, or if you can't see them properly, then just look in the deck list down below. So, going into it, we got 3 Sylvan Caryatids. No 1-drops in the deck, so that's interesting. So 3 Sylvan Caryatids. Gotta get that mana ramp going. Nice little booty blocker. 4 Herald of the Pantheon. So, one of the greatest things for Constellation coming out of Magic Origins, which one of the things I constantly discuss with friends is, why was this card not printed when the Theros block was like just coming around, more or less, because now it's just now printed and the Theros block is about to rotate out. So that's okay, we can have fun with the deck for a little while. We got 4 Nix-fleece Rams. Got a heavy duty stop those aggro decks, which he was stomping the aggro decks as far as I know on day 1, and then day 2 I don't remember, but yeah. And then also 3 Font of Vigor. Sacrifice to gain 7 lives, so it's 2 Charm Enchantments, so another way to just stop all these mono red burn decks. There was a bunch there. I know day 1 there was like 4 or 5, give or take, and then day 2 I don't remember. But next we got 4 Courser of Kruphix. Let's see if I can pronounce things properly. We'll get through this, I promise. So 4 Courser Kruphix, one of the greatest cards. Something to note is, like I said, probably 80 to 90% of this deck will rotate out after the next set, Battle of Zendikar, is released. So that's why you gotta have fun while you can, I suppose. 4 Kruphix Insight is the next spell. And this card is like near broken with a deck like this. For 3, you reveal the top 6 and grab up to 3 enchantments. Put them in your hand. The rest in the grave, but that's, who cares? You're just caring about the enchantments. That card, that's almost like a draw 3 to some extent, but for 3 mana. So that's crazy good. Get to dig 6 cards deep and stuff. Next we have 3 Banishing Lights in the main. He's actually siding the 4th, so we'll get to that in a bit. But which, this is probably the only downside of the deck, I would say, is that this is practically his only removal, which is both good and bad. Good because it gets rid of any non-land, but bad because, I mean, that's your only removal pretty much. But worked out alright for him. Next we got 4 Eidolon of Blossoms, which, great draw power. Hey. This card gets the deck going, it's good engine, super solid. Next we got 2 Citadel Siege, impart a win con because of cons, and then Dragons allows you to annoy your opponent more or less. I think this is mostly for cons, but get some counters going, get your dudes big. Next we got 2 Starfield of Nyx. I don't know if he would play more or not, I think this was all he had regardless, but this card, also one of the best things to come out of Magic Origins. This card is amazing. Every upkeep, revive an enchantment, and then as long as you have your 5 or more enchantments, your non-aura enchantments become dudes. Really, really big dudes. So, great win condition. We got 4 Sigil of the Empty Throne. Again, probably the 3rd or 4th, I don't know, greatest card out of Magic Origins for Constellation. Just absolutely makes the deck great win con. Every time you play an enchantment, get a 4/4 dude with flying. It's crazy. Like, I literally, me against him, I had thought seized a Sigil and a Starfield, and he still just topped into a Sigil, and that one Sigil just won him the game. Just because, just the constant angels. It wins games, it really does. But, so that's it for the main deck of spells. So, let's go ahead and go over to lands. Fun stuff. We got 4 Windswept Heath, because why not? We're just green white in the main. And we got 3 Temple of Plenties, get our scry on. Only 2 Blossoming Sands, more life gain for the aggro decks. And 2 Radiant Fountains, more life gain. I'm not 100% sure if I agree with this necessarily, because it's colorless. But, like, I personally might have just made these the 4 Blossoming Sands or something, but personal preference. I suppose the life gain was probably pretty helpful against all the burn decks and whatever. But So that's those lands, and then it's just six forests. I apologize for the camera, and 6 plains. So that is all for the main deck. So, and of course, this is the awesome Nisa champion mat that was given away to first and second. This one's mine, but he won his own, so, or given away to first on game day 1 and 2. But going into the sideboard, we got our 4th Banishing Light. Yeah, just solid removal spell. I can't say how often. I don't know how often he used this sideboard or anything, because it is rather unique, because he literally sided into the color black. So more or less, I would say if he's sideboarding, he's siding in all of this. I don't know. It's a unique decision. I'll have to ask him later how it worked for him, but I'll kind of go ahead and show it all at once, more or less, because it's all it all comes in. So 2 Nyx Weavers. It's a cool dude. Mills your stuff. Let's get a little closer. 2/3 with reach. You mill your stuff, but that's okay. You can always exile him and get something back. So nice little body, nice little blocker. There's that 1, 2 Abzan Charms. Abzan Charm just being a super solid card in general. I'm just getting close up so y'all can read the cards if you need to. You can always pause the video. 2 Utter Ends. So there you go. That's some more removal. Abzan Charms and the Utter Ends are technically more removal. So that's a good thing to have to sideboard into. 1 Extinguish All Hope. Giant board wipe for all the non-enchantments, which of course the deck is basically all enchantments, so this doesn't exactly hurt the progression of the deck. And as far as wiping tokens from like Sigil, you just get them right back, so who cares. And then a Garruk Apex Predator. So again, not too sure how many times he boarded into all of that, but next we have his black lands, which was let's see, 1 Urborg, 2 Caves of Koilos, and, or however you pronounce that, and 3 Sandsteppe Citadels. So that is all for this time. I do apologize for the shaky cam, but it's okay. We got through it together. Let's go ahead and get one last look at that mat. It looks ever so beautiful. And like I said, the deck list will be in the description. So, put that Banishing Light over there. But alright, y'all take it easy, guys.